Hi, Dad. You're home.
Oh, hi, Donna. Yeah. I'm sorry to have run out on you like that.
Is it what I hope it was for? That call before you left?
I think it was.
A job? You got called back for a job.
Well, actually, it was the first call.
Well, how do you think the interview went? Do you think there's a chance?
I can hardly believe it, Donna, but I got the job.
You got the job?
Yeah.
Well, Dad, that's great. Oh, gosh. Even if it wasn't that desk job you were hoping for, even if you have to go back to being a mechanic, I think it's great.
Well, I think it was a little bit more than that.
How little?
Actually, quite a lot. I'll be reading and editing magazine articles for a publisher.
Wow. That's incredible. That sounds like a job that's going to pay a pretty good salary.
Would you believe $35,000 a year?
Are you kidding?
No.
$35,000? Oh, I'm so happy for you.
It's for us, Donna. It's for all of us. For the whole family.
Well, did you tell Mom?
Yeah, I sure did.
What'd she say? She must have been so excited. I bet she was blown away.
Blown away? I don't know about that, but she was certainly surprised.
Well, she is going to be blown away when she finds out what else you've done for her.
What else I've done for her? What?
Dad, when Mom sees what you have for her, she's going to be so moved. Everything that you guys ever had, all that love, is going to come back. You'll see.
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Oh, hi, Stormy.
How's it going?
I don't know quite how to answer that question.
Bad day, huh?
Just in such turmoil.
Mom, you can't let that happen. You just keep your distance. Look, he hasn't tried to force himself on you, has he?
No, Stormy, nothing like that.
Well, if he does, I want to know about it. Legally, he's your husband, but that is as far as it goes. Now, I'm talking to you as your lawyer now. If he is able to con or sweet-talk you into anything sexual, it could really mess up your divorce and delay it a lot.
Honey, believe me, nothing like that is about to happen. I just tried to call Eric. I wanted to hear his voice. Stephanie answered.
How did you handle that?
I hung up.
You felt you had to talk to Eric. Look, Mom, Dad is doing this to you. Look, you just have to ignore him. He's a loser. It's just that we can't push him out. Not yet. Not till we know what the hell he's up to or what he's after. Because the last thing we need is for him to find out about Eric Forrester and start hustling him for money or God knows what.
You know, Stormy, I really think you're wrong about that.
Oh, you think he's really out looking for a job? Well, I don't. Who would hire him?
Well, you may find this hard to believe. I know I did.
Believe what?
Your father has a job. He got one today.
He said that.
Yes.
A job where?
You know, I honestly don't think I asked him where.
Yeah. Well, even if he does, which I doubt, it couldn't be for very much.
They're paying him $35,000 a year.
Oh, come on. Mom, he couldn't get that if he held a gun to someone's head.
Storm, honey, I was just as skeptical as you are now, but he was so convincing. Katie was here. He was sincere, he was happy. He was so humble.
Mom, don't buy into this scam because that's all it is. Look, he's trying to do a number on you. Now, you were there once before and you got burned badly. So just back off and concentrate on one and only one man, Eric Forrester.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
Well, come and sit with me. I'm not contagious, you know. We can be polite with one another until the divorce is final.
Dad, come here. Wait until you see what I have for you.
What? Diamond ring.
Uh-huh. It's real. It's for Mom for her birthday. From you. You've said for years that you've wanted to do this for her, and I couldn't think of a better time than this birthday.
But how could you afford this?
I got an advance for a future modeling job.
You did what?
Dad, don't worry. It's perfectly okay.
But I've got a job now.
I know that, but you won't be seeing any money immediately, and I know how much you wanted to have this for her birthday. And now you do. You see? Nothing's impossible. Well, what do you think? And don't you dare tell me to return it because I won't.
What do I think? I think I'll pay you back every cent, Donna. Every cent.
Dad.
No, I will. Oh, how did I luck out having such a loving daughter? I owe you so much. And I love you so much.
I love you too, Dad.
Hey, there's something I didn't tell you.
What?
Your mother's birthday? I'm taking the whole family out to dinner.
Mom agreed?
Yeah, she sure did.
You know, I think we're making progress.
Now, where do you think the best place would be to go?
Well, it has to be someplace romantic. And then after dinner, that's when you can give her the ring. She'll be so moved.
I hope so, Donna. I really hope so.
Well, from a woman's point of view, any man that is trying as hard as you are to win back a woman and then tops it off by putting a diamond ring on her finger for her birthday stands a pretty good chance.
That's what you think, huh? You really think that I have a chance to win back your mom?
I do. In fact, I think you have more than a chance. At the rate you're going, what with a new job, and mine and Katie's support, and that ring, I don't think anything can stop you. Hi, Storm.
Hello, son.
How was work?
I got out a little early today. Donna, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to Dad alone.
It's okay.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I didn't expect you home so early.
I may be going out later.
What shall I tell Maria about dinner?
I expect to go out for dinner.
All right. How long has it been since we've sat by this pool? Just the two of us.
I honestly can't remember the last time.
You know, I'm sure that when people drive by this house and look at it and the grounds, they think to themselves, it's everything that they would ever want. But it doesn't assure happiness.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just making an observation about life.
It's true enough. When you think about some of our friends who live here, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Malibu, they have everything imaginable.
Everything money can buy, but the one thing that money can't buy. A true and lasting relationship. And we didn't get that, did we?
How is it, really, that you're able to be so damned civilized about all this?
There's some coffee, son. Would you like a cup?
No. You really make yourself right at home.
Would you rather that I ask first?
I'd rather you didn't get too comfortable around here.
We're talking more than coffee.
Yeah, we're talking a lot of things, including my mother.
Go on.
Don't get any ideas about her.
What do you mean, ideas, Steve?
I mean, if you're looking for any of your marital rights, don't, because you forfeited those years ago.
Are you talking as your mother's son or my wife's attorney?
Let's say as her attorney.
All right. I will consider myself forewarned.
Good.
Is there anything else you want to get off your chest?
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
Go on. Let's get it all out in the open.
This garbage you're giving Mom. Don't take us for fools.
I wouldn't do that. I love you all too much.
Well, I'd say that's subject to debate, looking back over the last 8 years.
Suppose you explain to me how I've taken this family for fools.
This job of yours.
You don't believe I have a job?
No.
Well, if you won't take my word, Steve, I don't know how I can prove it to you.
$35,000 a year.
That's right.
Who in the hell is going to give you $35,000?
A man by the name of William Spencer.
Bill Spencer? Where'd you get that name?
I went to see him.
What do you mean you went to see him?
I mean that he phoned here and asked me to stop by.
I don't buy it.
Where are you going, Steve?
What would you prefer? Outrage, vendettas, melodrama?
No. No, of course not.
I mean, even though I am about to be dumped on, would you prefer that I lash out? That I start issuing daily statements to the newspapers? That I have the attorneys try and take you for every penny they possibly can? That I call you names? That I try and poison the children's minds against you? Or that I spread innuendo to our friends About you and your beloved? Why? That's what everybody else does. Why should I? I'd like to think I have a lot more class than that.
There is one other thing, though. Your apparent disinterest in who the woman is.
Well, she'd better be something very special if you're leaving me for her.
You really don't want to know who she is.
I'm serious. I don't want you to tell me.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Dad Forrester. Well, I can tell you later.
No, what is it?
Well, I just got some really good news about someone that we care very much about.
Who's that?
Beth Logan.
Mr. Spencer, may I come in?
Storm Logan, right?
Yes.
Yes, come in, come in. What's on your mind? Sit down.
Look, I won't take a lot of your time. I realize I should have phoned first.
You're here now. What can I do for you?
Well, now that I'm here, I'm not quite sure how to get into this.
Well, I trust it has something to do with your father.
And he was here.
Didn't he tell you that?
Frankly, I didn't believe him. I didn't believe a lot of what he told me today.
Okay. Specifically, what does it have to do with me?
It all has to do with you. You having offered my father a job.
That's very true.
You offered my father a job. I mean, you actually called and asked to see him.
That's right.
May I ask what this job pays?
$35,000 a year.
Now, let me get this straight. You called a man who you'd never met before. And that's true. You've never met my father.
Before today? No.
You asked him to come down here to your office, and you offered him a job.
That's right.
May I ask, doing what specifically?
Reading and critiquing material that will be submitted to us. We call it an associate editor.
You'd hire my father as an editor.
His college background, English major, business, it was appropriate.
Well, how do you know he's qualified to do this?
Well, how do we know that anyone is qualified to come through here at first?
From their prior experience, I would imagine.
Wait a minute. I'm getting the feeling that you're starting to regret that your father was ever hired.
No, that's not the impression I want to give. I just don't understand it. Now, there are a few pieces missing here before this is going to make any sense.
Okay, specifically what?
Who's behind it, Mr. Spencer? It just doesn't add up for you to do this. Something like this just doesn't happen. Now, someone has to push the buttons to make it happen. And I would very much like to know just who that person is.
Anyway, as I was saying about Beth Logan, I think something happened today that's going to make her very happy.
What's that?
Well, you do know that her husband has returned rather unexpectedly after having left them about 8 years ago.
Yes, we're aware of that.
Well, he's been having a very difficult time getting a job.
Oh. Doesn't he have a college education?
Yes, he does, but after having been away so many years, most employers tend to discount that. In any event, I talked to my father, and I reminded him how wonderful the Logans were to me when I stayed with them last fall. All the love and the support they gave me. And I told him that I thought this would be a very good time for me to repay them. With his help, of course.
Repay them how?
Well, by giving Mr. Logan a job, which is exactly what he did today.
Oh. Well, Caroline, what a lovely thing to do.
Well, now we just better keep our fingers crossed.
What, that he'll keep the job?
I was thinking more that maybe this would make an impression on Beth Logan.
An impression?
Well, if Mr. Logan could somehow emerge to make something important out of his life. I don't think he's ever had a good opportunity like this before.
And now, thanks to my father, he's gonna have a chance.
And you think that this might influence Beth? But I thought she was seeing another man.
Well, I think that's true. And maybe that's not fair of me, not knowing the other man or even who he is. But I think it would be really exciting if Mr. and Mrs. Logan could reconcile after everything they've been through. I think it all sounds very romantic.
You two will excuse me.
Stephanie.
Oh, yes, I agree with you. I think it sounds wonderful and romantic.